Point Raceway. It's the main circuit there. The track map is right here. It's got 10 turns. Obviously, really important corners are 10, 1, and even 9. Uh, 3 is pretty critical as well, just because they lead to the straight there. It's 1.98 miles in length. The it's a great track. It's really fast. I love it with the Skippy. Um, get out there, race as much as you can. The Sunday Night Skippy League is still going strong. We get great turnouts week after week. We're over 30 racers each Sunday for the 40-minute race with a pit stop. We have more than 100 members right now in the league. We get many more racers each week. We'll end up going into a couple splits. We have some of the fastest racers in the world that get on and race with us week after week. There's competition everywhere from the podium all the way to last place. So we have a wide swath of levels of talent and experience in the cars, and it's just a whole lot of fun. We try to respect each other, race cleanly. We do have a penalty point system in place that helps encourage people to kind of respect each other and really just be careful out there, not to hinder other folks, crash them out, and things like that. It's a whole lot cleaner and a lot more fun than you get in the weekly public races. So if you're interested, reach out to the Sunday Night Skippy League. Look under leagues. You can reach out to myself, or Jason Bice is the one who actually runs the league as an admin, or you can shoot me a message and I will take a look at it and reach out to you in the iRacing chat and messages, and we can talk there. The weather for this race, for the weather for this race, it's 77 degrees Fahrenheit for the air temperature, 80 degrees Fahrenheit for the track. Winds were north at 2 miles an hour. One of the interesting things on here is practice. The track itself had slight usage, so it was only 11%, which is a little bit different than what you typically see. Typically, we see the um, 35% usage, so it's a little bit different. So you definitely be a little bit faster with these same weather conditions, I think, with the standard track usage out there. So, we're going to see people in the 120s, 119s, even in the race with some of the draft and everything. But this lap I'm doing is a 129.11. You can see times kind of dropped on there. This was actually the very last lap of the session I got in the last 30 minutes or so of it. Wanted to turn a quick tutorial out there so people had something to look at today and as they start to race in the next couple days here. My setup is nothing drastically different than ever. It's 53%. My SPO is 4 here. I've moved it around a little bit. The anti-roll bar is actually at 8, even though you can't see it, but it is at 8 on there. So, uh, like I said, nothing really changes. 53 is where I like to be. You can go down to 54. It's a little bit easier to control, but you do get a little bit less rotation in there. So just be careful with that. Let's go to the track tutorial. Hopefully you'll be able to see the gear changes in the bottom right hand corner as we're going through. So I'm going to do the chase view here, go through, and then I'll walk you through a lap. Alright, so that's the chase view of the lap. We'll go ahead and get this back. We'll go into the cockpit and take a look at this lap again, and I'll walk you through a couple of all the corners and just talk about the little things that I look at as I'm going around the track. So coming out of turn 10, you're going to track all the way off to the left. We'll talk about that at the end of the lap. You're full throttle all the way down here. You're staying on the left-hand side of the track. You'll get into fifth gear as you're coming down here. What I'm looking for as I'm coming down on the track here is I'm looking for the 3-cone marker. So you'll see when I get the 3 cones, I'm right on the edge of this track. I'm not leaving any room out there to spare. Right at that 3-cone, just after I start to brake a little bit, I'm going to come off the throttle. I'm going to brake hard all the way down to just past the 1 cone, and then I'm going to get that, kind of catch the rotation as I'm braking and trail brake into the corner. So you see I'm going to downshift all the way down. I start that turn in here. I'm in second gear right now. I'm pretty heavy on the brakes for a trail brake to get that rotation. The back end's going to start coming around, then right as I get to my apex. You don't want to touch the curb because you will kick you out a little bit, but you want to be right on that edge there. You see I'm still trail braking, but I'm starting to get back on that throttle more, and I'm back at full throttle. Track way out to the left. I'm starting to unwind that wheel as I pick up speed so I don't scrub too much speed on here. Getting up into fourth gear, I'm going to go through this corner at fourth gear. I'm going to get the brakes just very slightly, and I lift on my throttle here. I'm remaining on the throttle. I'm just getting enough rotation. Then as that rotation comes, I'm going to get back on that gas pretty hard. I'm going to stay off that left-hand side curve though. And actually, I guess I just barely hit it. You kind of want to stay off of it because you don't want to. You can get it off track if you come out here, so you don't want to get off into the dirt there. It doesn't necessarily slow you down that much, but it will give you that off track. So once you go here, you want to get that wheel straight. You're going to head straight ahead and go off to the left. You're going to be in the fourth gear. You're going to shift up to fifth, and then you're getting this turn in here, and this is flat out corner. You want to turn enough, but not scrub too much speed to where you're about mid track. And at mid-track, what I'm looking for is that change in color that's coming up right here with some dirt on the track. You'll see I go into the brakes fairly heavy. I'm going to start downshifting. I'm going to go all the way down into first gear, but I do it a little strategically. I'm going to downshift quite a bit in the straight line down to second. I'm coming around this corner. I don't want any more rotation than I have, so I'm a little bit on the throttle, and then I'm going to shift into first and get on the throttle fairly quickly, kind of all in one motion here. So you'll see I get down to first and I'm back on the throttle. So I'm going to come back here, just go through it one more time. So downshift, downshift, I'm in second, downshift first, full throttle. I'm unwinding as I go because I don't want to again scrub too much speed, but I want to be way over here to the left because I'm looking right over here where that tire barrier sticks out a little bit. That's going to be my next kind of break point right there. Right at that, a slight brake. I'm still full throttle. I'm going to get off that throttle, which is going to give me some rotation, and then I'm going to go down into first gear, and then I'm already back on the throttle before I even get up to that curb. I'm getting back on that throttle. Full throttle, second. This is one continuous turn. I'm still full throttle, shifting into third. Coming here on the left, you want to stay fairly close to the left-hand side, but you don't have to go all the way back. Sometimes trying to get too far to the left will get the car a little looser, scrub too much speed. So you want to stay as far left as you can without scrubbing speed, and almost as soon as you come out of this corner, you're going to start turning into the right. You want to get the tires, and this is all full throttle through here. So you're in third, you're going fourth. I want my tires just on the edge of that rumble curb on the right hand side. I don't want to really touch the curb. It's not necessarily the end of the world depending on how you touch it, but you just don't want to track out. You want to track out all the way to the left and keep as much speed as you can without scrubbing your tire any speed at all. So you don't want the tires squealing at you too much. Touch just a little bit out there, then I'm aimed straight down the center of that bridge, and I'm going to get up into fifth gear, and then I'm looking at this dirt spot that's right up here where it changes colors again. I'm going to get on the brakes a little bit. You can already see I'm cheating a little bit on here. I'm going to get on the brakes a little bit. I'm going to get off the throttle, and it's only for kind of a split second that I'm back on the throttle. I'm doing a downshift too, so I'm going to get on the brakes, downshift into fourth, and then back on the throttle. That gives me some rotation, and I'm back on the throttle again as I reach that apex. The apex is right in here. I'm at 50% throttle and headed all the way up to 100% right there. So I'm going to play that again because it is really fast, short little break just to load the front tires. And then I'm back to full throttle, track all the way out to the left. Just get back on the track. Don't go out into the dirt up here. You don't want to be into the dirt up there. You'll get a one off, and the car will kick up really funny over there too. So just be a little careful, not tracking out too far to the left, and then just shoot all the way down here, upshift into fifth, right about the start finish line, and or just before it, and you'll have a really fast, quick lap on there. You're going to see a lot of folks that are doing very very quick times on here. Uh, Visit twolabsracing.com if you want to see a couple articles that I have out there. You subscribe to the channel. I'll try to get these subscribe or tutorials out every week. Hopefully on a Monday or latest on a Tuesday. Sometimes it pushes a little bit just with life getting in the way with things I got to do, but I try to get the tutorials out there. They're always free to you. If you have comments, suggestions, shoot me a message either in iRacing or through Twitch or my YouTube channel. Any of those. Uh, Come join us for the Skip Barber Sunday night race series. It's a whole lot of fun. There's lots of great racing and a lot of respect that everyone has for each other. So each weekend it's something that I look forward to, as do a lot of other guys. And throughout the week they run practice races. We do some fun things on week 13. Also do some fun things on Saturdays, and a lot of times our races on Sundays are broadcast live with a not a professional crew, but they do a really good job of on the broadcast. We have everyone volunteers for it. It's a whole lot of fun, and you get to see yourself on the screen, and you can watch it afterwards, or the family friends can watch you racing each week through the YouTube, and or I think it's on Twitch as well. So come out, join us, come watch the race. Just get on it. I think it's at Cavok Racing, Cavok Racing, and just look that up for YouTube and Skippy, and you can find that. You can take a look and see what we do as far as the race goes, and check out the commentators and after race interviews and everything else. It's a lot of fun. Everyone enjoys it a whole lot. And have a great race week, everyone, and we'll see you next week.